Sending out the call. Join author and writing coach Jennifer Browdy and intuitive channel Christine Boschen for a special two-part co-creative journey, October 15th and 29th, 2023, from noon until 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Channeling and journaling with Gaia and other guides. And by setting our intention and asking for the highest messages, the deepest messages, the truest messages to come through, then the energies that are available to us collectively are not just energies that Christine's configuration energetically vibrates with, but also Jennifer's, and then also our other guests. So it's richer, it's wider, it's broader, and definitely more interesting when we do this together.
Mm-hmm. I would like more understanding of this time. Yes.
This is a time of great magnitude, of great healing potential with Mother Earth and with all of you. And we would like you to pause for a moment on this concept of healing. For it is inherent inside of you to understand what this means. You have done so many times in the cells, in the imaginal cells of your being. As you notice how a wound stitches itself over, as you notice how following the knife of a surgeon's helping hands, for a surgeon is cutting and sewing and helping the blood be in greater flowing, and yet the blood knows how to flow. The blood knows how to fight disease. And so it is with the bees and the trees and the other beings and the light dappling across this beautiful planet, this home, this mother, this earth. And so you are to fasten your seatbelt, so to speak, as you are familiar with car analogies, and you are to go over the waterfall in a barrel, as you are familiar with this analogy as well. And in both of these senses, you are bracing yourself for changes and what may feel like tumult and what may feel overwhelming, and yet there is a great simplicity in all of this. There is a great healing magic. And it is for you to feel that the waters running through your veins, connecting you to the waters of all that is here on your beautiful planet, and find yourself swimming when you need to swim, floating when you need to float, turning and churning when you need to be doing this, and then also floating in the serene peace of that underground lake that is in the holographic. We hear you talking about 5D. You don't really need to worry about what dimension it is, but to understand that there is a healing dimension, a time space outside of your time space continuum, in which you will find the deep wellspring of healing, and you shall become and you should become familiar with this place, so that you know how to go into this stillness when everything around you feels chaotic. For your ability to be in the magnetic center of the earth through the magnetic center of your own being is to help the earth rebalance, for she is not out of balance. We would like to go back to the original start of your question and let you know that she is not out of balance. She is rebalancing. And do you understand the beautiful difference in the wording of these two ways of seeing the same thing? She is not out of balance, and neither are you, but you are constantly in motion. And so your job is to constantly find your center and still point through all of this motion. And so can you imagine yourself safe, dry, warm, and breathing as you go over the barrel of Niagara Falls and you plunge into the plunge pool, and then you drift down the current until you find the sandy beach, and then you knock, 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 and let yourself out and find a beautiful spring day all around you, birds singing, children playing and laughing, and fish in the water and other animals and plants enjoying the cleanliness and beauty of the water, the sparkling and clean water. For you can find your way back to this paradise, this heaven on earth. It is within all of you. And so it is very important for you to use your imagination and your third eye and your inner seeing to see and understand your part in this process, because it is not through the industrial revolution way of thinking about things, or even the coffee revolution of thinking about things, that you will find this, or even the medical revolution of thinking about things, or even the computer revolution of thinking about things. It is through the deep sacredness of your own spark of life, and you indeed have the healing cells and imaginal cells within you.
Is it a good use of our time to be imagining a better future?
But there's no way through to new solutions without using your creativity. There simply isn't. And yet, before you get to the creativity, there's a point of stillness, and there's a point of deep being held. And so we want you to first find that place, to first find your safety in the deep inner bosom of Mother Earth. And to do this, you must allow yourself to go on a journey, on an inner journey. And we see Christine's role in this wonderful exploration that you are inviting to be to help the participants find their own center place and their own visioning, to be the wellspring of their creativity, to be their resting point first, because before you can bound forth in creativity, you must feel safe. You must anchor yourself into the deep, hollow sacredness of Mother Earth. And most of you are having trouble finding that space lately because there's a lot of static electricity, and it's not actually static. It is its own waveform and series of thought patterns that are they're like static electricity, and we use that analogy so you understand what we mean, that they are getting in the way of your remembering. And so you do right to unplug, really, and to allow yourself time in your routine, and to allow yourself sacred set aside time in which you honor the activity of deep listening and of deep remembering and of deep trusting that there is no such thing as the wrong place at the wrong time. There is only the right place at the right time, and only infinite doorways into healing, and to allow yourself to feel safe. And if you can't feel safe yet, to allow yourself to invite the feeling of safety. For it is a journey, and you came here to be a part of your own personal journey and this incredible collective journey, this incredible collective adventure upon which you are embarking.
So I would like to invite the guides to reach out to the participants who might be called to come into our circle, and what is it that they can hope to find when they come.
It's this, really. It's a co-creative weaving, which are the words that Jennifer and Christine were exploring when they first started talking about this together. And it is this thread that you hold, dear participant, and we know who you are, and you also know who you are. And so it is this thread that you hold, and we are divinely and lovingly showering your thread with light. Do you feel it coming down into you? Do you feel the crystalline light codes that are entering and cleansing you and strengthening you? You are as strong as spider silk. You are as strong as water. You are as strong as that which you are, which is nothing less than sacred and divine. And so, do you see what an amazing opportunity it is for you to braid together? Because it is this rebraiding and reweaving of the fabrics of interconnection through the divine connected spirit, through the act of creativity, and also of creative and deeply sacred listening, that you are the imaginal cells that are healing this planet. And so you are creating new tissue, and you are also repairing old tissue through your willingness to embark on this exploration and this inquisitive, what's the word they're asking me to find here? You are being curious. You are bringing your curiosity and your wonder and your childlike awe. And that is exactly what you need at this time, as well as your adult follow through. And so the writing becomes how you do that, because the writing is where you take your brain cells and you turn these ideas over in your own head, and then you pick up that thread and you see how your pen, your ink to paper is a continuation of that eternal thread that weaves through all of you. Welcome, participants. We look forward to meeting you and going on this journey together with you.